Today's video is special because I get to take you on a tour around my garden. I sincerely hope that by watching this video, you will learn a thing or two or pick up something that would inspire you. So come along with me as I show you what is going on in my garden for this month of May 2023. Today is May the 29th, 2023. This is how my garden is looking like. This is the macro view of the garden. We're gonna go into it and then I will show you what is going on in detail. Alright guys, let's start with this first bed, this one that you usually see as you walk into my garden. I have a lot going on here. We have peppers, and my peppers are starting to produce a lot. These are the Jamaican Scotch bonnet peppers. See, it has a lot of fruit. This one is growing in ground. And then I have some over here growing in containers. Then my peanuts, guys, my peanuts have been putting out the yellow flowers. I have since healed the peanuts, which just means putting soil under, you know, at the base. I did that. These are all of the peanuts. They suffered from a little bit of caterpillar damage. I've also sprayed them down with BT. So these are all the peanuts all the way to the end. And then this here is what is known as ewedu or kenenkene in Cameroon. That's the jute leaf, the Nigerian jute leaf, the Yoruba jute leaf we have going on here. I have harvested it once. I need to harvest again. Okay, and I'm using these tiny shears that I got from Aldi's. I'm just cutting, and then hopefully next time I'll get more branches, guys. I don't want it to take over this space. The wedu is super healthy, you know. The texture they say is slimy, just like okra, which I don't mind. It's velvety. Okay, so healthy, great for weight loss. You know, if you just want to cleanse your system, you can make a big bowl of ewedu soup and just drink it. It's gonna just clean and cleanse your system. Here we have what is known as scent leaf. This one right here is a scent leaf. It's a type of African basil. Over here I have turmeric, and then this is another kind of basil, all growing in this space. All right, let's turn around. This bed is the same bed. You see my tomatoes. My tomatoes were attacked by caterpillars. My 3 tomato plants, which I was super proud of. This is the damage I'm getting because of the caterpillar attack. But I've sprayed it with BT, and hopefully it will take care of that caterpillar damage. I've harvested a few tomatoes already. This one right here. Moving right along, guys, still working on that first bed. This one here is the cowpeas. That's the kunde or the bowl. I let it go to seed. As you can see, it has produced some pods for me, so I will be able to get seeds. You know, I had a bunch of it growing over here. I did get rid of it to create space for something else and just let the 3 to keep growing to get seeds. Alright guys, I used to have a bunch of garden eggs right here. I got rid of the garden eggs, cut everything down because they were not producing fruits for me. You know, it would produce flowers and the flowers would just drop. So I got rid of the garden eggs to create space. Again, when you're doing small space gardening, you need to be managing space well. So I got rid of the garden eggs, and in its place I've planted okra. These are the okra that I started from seeds that I got from sister seeds. So I have the okra here. This is the white watermelon, and then this is the cushaw squash. I just transplanted these like yesterday, so it will pick up in due time. And then I left one of the garden egg plants over here just to see what will finally happen, and lo and behold, it looks like I'm starting to get fruit. I did spot a flower yesterday that looks like it's going to produce fruit. If I can find it, I'll show you. Yeah, this one right here, it looks like I might get a garden egg out of this one. I don't know if it's gonna drop or not, but it looks to me like that one might produce fruit. It also looks to me like this one right here might produce a fruit. So I'm gonna keep an eye and see what happens. Guys, look at my pigeon peas. I have beautiful pods on all three plants. That's one here. Look at those pods, so beautiful. And that's another one over there. So those are my pigeon peas. They're doing well, and I'm happy. And in these buckets I have taro roots, cocoyams growing. I also tucked in some of the ewedu, the kreng in here. I'm gonna get rid of the ewedu and just let these cocoyams grow. I'm trying them out in containers just to see, because I thought if you can grow potatoes in containers, why not try growing cocoyams in containers? Now let's look at my three major raised beds. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll show you what is going on in each of them. On this first bed, I have the garden huckleberry. This is that njama. Yes, it looks like a tree if you do not cut the njama. And this one is that bamun variety, the broadleaf one. It can grow very tall. I was just experimenting to see, and this is what I have so far. It suffered from caterpillar damage, but I've since remedied the situation by spraying with BT. And then over here in the holes, I have a shoko. It's a Nigerian spinach, or Lagos spinach, I think it's called. Shoko leaves. Okay, I used to have njama all over the bed, but I got rid of it. Again, small space gardening. As the season goes by, you need to manage space, get rid of things that are no longer as productive, which is what I did. And as you can see, I'm having a lot of water leaves start to sprout. Self-seeding. I did not plant any of these. It's because I've had water leaves here for years, so the seeds will always volunteer themselves. So in the next video, you're gonna see a lot of water leaves here because I got rid of the njama. I also planted some okra, so different types of okra. This is the white velvet okra. I have the hill country red okra. I have this one from Cameroon. I know it's all in the same space. Probably gonna cross-pollinate each other. That's okay. So yeah, and then I also have peppers, all kinds of peppers, a lot of fruit. These are hot peppers, as you can see, all peppers. Those are peppers over there as well, in grow bags. They are growing in 10-gallon grow bags. Let's go check out the peppers. See the 10-gallon big grow bags. So the bigger the container, the bigger the peppers can grow. They've put out a lot of flowers and a lot of fruit. They're all hiding in here. Doing well. Let's go take a look at even more peppers. Over here, these ones are growing in buckets. Different types of peppers, Scotch bonnet, habaneros in buckets. And then this one is growing in the ground. See, so much peppers. They're not turning color yet, I think in June I'll start harvesting ripe peppers. All right, this is that second raised bed, and here we have the garden huckleberry. This one is ready to be harvested. In fact, more than ready. I've been harvesting weekly, on a weekly basis, but I didn't harvest this one in 7 days. So it's been 10 days since the last harvest, and then I will have to harvest again. So it's cut and come again, as they say. You cut and then it grows, you cut and it grows. And then you do that for so many cycles until it just wants to put out seeds. Then that will be the end of the life cycle of the njama. But if you harvest on time, it will keep producing leaves for you. Okay, and then this one here is boma or Anchia. See, I have not harvested it even once. It's starting to put out flowers. I need to harvest the leaves. Then this is my okra. This is the Clemson spineless okra, starting to put out flowers for me. We eat it like you would eat spinach. All right, guys, on this third bed, I have my fluted pumpkins growing in containers over here, and my contraption, also known as the ugu house, the house of the ugu, over here. Just 3, and they're doing well. They're doing well. What you have to remember about growing ugu is you need to cut if you want it to branch out and produce more vines for you. And now let's look at the bitter leaves growing along the fence. That's the broadleaf bitter leaves that I started from seeds this year. It's now ready for harvesting. You know, I started from seeds, I transplanted them along the fence. It goes all the way, and then it also goes all the way along that fence right up to the end of the garden. Just to give you an idea, you can also do this for your garden. I'm gonna put on the screen when I started the seeds, but today is May the 29th and I need to harvest, and I will probably harvest and also thin it out because I had a bunch of the seedlings. I just packed everything here. It's too much in one space. I'll probably thin out, like cut one down, you know, or every other bitter leaf I will get rid of it. That way I create more space. But what I will do when harvesting is I will just harvest the bottom leaves. I've already done some of that because I want it to grow to a certain height before branching out. So I'll let it grow vertically until it gets to about this height, and then I'll cut the top so that it starts to branch out for me. So yeah, the bitter leaves they're doing super well. Alright guys, let me show you this type of okra which I tried out this year. This is known as the tree okra or the Kruma 1010 okra. It's a type of African okra from Ghana, I think. The leaves of these okra are edible. I've not tried eating the leaves. And this is my Kruma 1010 okra. It looks like it's starting to produce flowers. I started them from seeds, I think around March. So that's my Nkrumah 1010 okra. I have a few of them growing. Well, there's two over here, and then there's another one here. I planted them along the fence. That's one there, and then there's another one right at the end there. Nkrumah 1010 okra. Now, if you're wondering what the difference is between the broadleaf bitter leaf and the other type of bitter leaf, this is bitter leaf. They are both bitter. If I cook them, you would not be able to tell the difference. But this species is slightly different, as you can see. You know, the color is more of lime green than this deep forest green. The leaves are bigger compared to this one. You know, it has some subtle differences, but as far as taste and the nutrition profile and the medicinal profile, exact same thing, just a slightly different variety between this one and this one can grow tall too. It's just that you know, I started these from seeds just this year, and I've been growing this one for years. It's a perennial. You know, both of them are perennial plants. Berry plant. I have this one growing in a container. And it's starting to turn color for me. I think I have a ripe fruit of that uvia over here. See, it forms a fruit in a shell, papery shell. Let's harvest it and take a look. So this is the uvia, the Cape gooseberry. That's a ripe Cape gooseberry fruit. Guys, this is the garden on the other side. I have some fruit trees. Here's my guava tree. And then that's my papaya tree growing in a bucket. Don't know what I'm thinking. We'll see how the story ends. Some bell peppers in here. I've been harvesting them. They're growing super huge. My bell peppers. And then more of that uvia plant growing over here. This one is just growing really wild. There are just two plants growing here. The stems became very heavy and it kind of snapped. This one is not producing as much fruit as the other one, not sure why. Then these are garden eggs. These are Nigerian garden eggs, and they are super tiny, guys. Look, see how small it is? I've never seen this before. It put out a bunch of fruits, but the fruits are so small. I don't know what to do with them. More peppers tucked in here. This is one. It's another one. It's another one. It's another one. And this is that Kruma 1010 okra I just showed you. It's another one here. Kruma 1010 okra, the tree okra. And then there's more peppers, hot peppers, growing in grow bags over this way. These are my father's peppers, Papa's pepper. If you've been on this channel, you know Papa's peppers, super productive peppers, hot peppers, putting out a bunch of fruit for me. The fruits, they look white, but they're gonna turn a beautiful yellow and red color, growing for me over here. And as we keep going, I used to have the garden huckleberry over here, but I got rid of it. And what do we have? We have more bitter leaves. This one is the Anchia. That's the Boma, basil, Anchia. You know. And I can't get enough of my cucumbers here. Guys, look. So good. It's been washed. It's been washed, okay? I grew the cucumbers. I know what's on it and what's not on it. Let's just enjoy it. So crunchy. So crunchy. And that brings us to the end of the garden tour for today. I hope you totally enjoyed it. I hope you're inspired to grow a garden of your own. Find whatever fruit, vegetable, herb that you like, put it in the ground and let Mother Nature take care of the rest. Happy gardening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, leave me a comment. It helps me grow the channel and reach more people. Until next time, bye.